Hello everyone, how are you doing? In this video, I will show you the quick tour of my greenhouse and the entire garden in September, and you'll see what are blooming still in September. Come on. So this is my David Austin rose garden. There are little, flowers blooming, but they're not as productive as in spring, but that's okay, still cute. These are the two holly trees that we planted last fall, right? You can say something. We planted this last fall, right?
Yes.
No, it's not. We planted 2 years ago. I don't remember the name, but look at the berries. So pretty. And in Christmas time, we're gonna put lights around the tree, and then we're gonna decorate the whole greenhouse with lights and, two Christmas, like holly Christmas tree in the front of it. Is just gonna be so cute. And here, anti-vegetable, little micro vegetable garden here, the lettuce are blooming, so cute. I can even cut that. Come on in. Just want to show you the rainbow tomato. Look at that. The inside even more pretty. And I cleaned up a lot of these curcumelon. They come like up to the ceiling. And, we just take down take down the, what does it call? Cloth?
Shade cloth
from the greenhouse. So these baby have more sunlight. We put the shade cloth in summertime because it can get too hot. And these are the cucumber. Auntie planted this from the cucumber that self-seed last year, but because I think they kind of mutate, and this cucumber are very bitter, so I just leave it here for decoration. And here's my table for like flower arrangement, for like sowing seed, for anything. Sometimes I have a little workshop here too. And these are the, what is this?
It's a bougainvillea.
Bougainvillea, my jade plant. And we have the sink here. And we set up the sink when we build this greenhouse, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And,
yeah, they found an old water line that was actually cracked in the back. So we did a pressure test, and the pressure to the greenhouse was fine. So we had them run a line to the sink and also to the back of the greenhouse. So we have a hose in the back.
That's good.
Yeah, all copper piping down here. That's all copper piping.
So cute.
Yeah, and it's turning red.
Mm-hmm.
See?
And you guys asked us about the temperature control. So in summertime, we have this fan, and it will go on automatically with this thermostat right here. We set up at 90 degrees. When it's 90 degrees, this fan gonna turn on automatically. But I think we can lower, right?
Yeah, because it's gonna get cold. It's gonna get too cold at night, and then it's gonna be too hot at day. It's too much fluctuation.
Yes. And this is my potting tray. This is my little ladder that I use for, like train the tomato, to clean up anything that go to the beam of the greenhouse. Here's our little fountain. Aww. And this is the begonia house plant that I just plant them here, in summertime, but in wintertime I have to dig it up. I just dig up the whole thing and then, plant in the house. And we have the chili peppers here. So I put the pots here because, it's getting cold at night right now. So we put it in the greenhouse so the chili peppers, get all the heat during the daytime, and they produce more chili peppers.
So we found this bird when we were cleaning out one of the garden beds. So it was the previous owner's, one of her decorations. And it's just funny how like it matches this fountain perfectly. It's like it was like meant to be there.
And alright guys, I got special order for tomorrow morning, so I'm gonna cut some flowers now. This is our undesignated garden. So we have decided that we're gonna grow some perennials here and maybe some annuals here. We don't know yet, what's gonna be in this garden, but we know for sure that it's gonna be a garden. So the special order tomorrow is like a coral pink and white and some dark pink. So this is a perfect flower for that. These are my most favorite dahlia. I mean, if you ask me now, if you ask me on a different day, I say something else. It's so productive. It's short, the stem is sturdy, and it just keep blooming and blooming and blooming, and it's my most favorite color. This color, like coral pink, peach. It's like has everything in one flower. This self-seed, what is
Nicotiana.
Nicotiana. Oh, right here I have a different kind of dahlia too. Oh, maybe I use this one. I don't even remember the name of this one.
And this used to all be lawn out here, but I figured we'd extend this path from the shed. We'll bring it all the way through here, past and around the gnome house. So the path will go around either side, and then it'll hug all the way down to the end here. We're basically joining these two gardens and making it one long, like, what do you call it? Like your cottage garden, kind of?
Yeah, this
Like
is called cottage garden.
A little seating area, a little.
So we have like the path, like connect the path here. Thanks to the sedum autumn joy, you see all the pink here. That's why I like the 4-season garden. Like you always tuck in some perennials in the garden. So, every month there's something else blooming. I have the marigold right there. I thought, the baby groundhog keep eating the seedling, but those are the survivors and they doing perfect. Cafe au lait. Holy moly. Holy moly, look at this one.
Oh,
Look
that
at
was
that.
huge.
That's so big. What? Ah, I cut the wrong branch. Cute.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our little shed. So this is our like, oh, you have lights.
It's got too much. It's like a camping light. It's got too much. We haven't run electric.
Yeah,
for
so
this
this
shed
is
yet.
like our junk pile, like.
Not too bad. It's kind
Not
of
too bad, yeah. And Jason built this thing,
tools.
pretty good.
Got a
And
couple
all his
desks.
screwdrivers.
No, I put all the screwdrivers away.
And all the steak, we've been going to like garage sale or someone moving, and they don't need to, they don't do gardening anymore, so they give this to us. So more than half of it is like free. And Jason friends, his co-workers always give something to us. Wow, this is gonna be a long video. And my succulents that I put on, I think around May, I make a video about these succulents. And they like, I told you, right? Like sand and compost, just sand and compost, and then they doing good. Ah, so cute. I can't believe they have to go inside in maybe 2 months. They're gonna have to go inside because it's gonna be too cold for them. And here our vegetable garden. This is our cucumber tunnel. Look at that. I love cucumbers so much. That's why I grow them. On this side, we have the bell peppers. This one's supposed to be purple. I don't know. I'm gonna wait to see what's gonna
The
happen.
one in the back looks kind of purple.
This is my tomatoes. You know, it's almost the end of the season, so I stopped pruning them. I just let them grow, you know. And look, there's a lot of babies. These, and these. Look at this one. On this side, we have hammer.
Whoops.
And this. We talked in the last video. It's so awesome. I love it. Scented geranium for my special order. This is one of my favorite dahlia. This is Dahlia iced tea. When I bought it, I bought just one tuber. And then this is like the third year I keep dividing the tubers. Now I have about 4 or 5 plants. The colors so just so unique, you know, and they're productive. They have like strong upright stem, perfect for arranging.
Why is there a dahlia in the middle of that bush?
I don't know.
How is that possible?
Hold on.
What's going on there?
Oh yeah, it flopped.
Oh.
It flopped from there.
And then it climbed up
Yes, comes up.
and the bush is supporting it. What is
Yeah.
it? What is that? Not mahonia. What is
Mahonia.
that? It is mahonia?
On this side, we have this hydrangea variegated maple. My like wildlife meadow here, it's okay, you know, it's the end of the season. I leave the seed on this echinacea. I don't cut it off because, you know, the bird like it, especially the goldfinch. And look at these zinnias.
Wow.
I just tuck it in this garden, you know, I didn't even pay attention to them. No fertilizer, no irrigation, but they doing good. They just love this garden. Oh, I think I'm gonna cut this. Because the girl who ordered this, they like some hot pink, some pink and some peach. So I think this is a perfect color combination for it. This is Sunday Celosia. It has so many color. And inside this garden is a woodland garden, and you know there's nothing much for you to say, so I'm gonna skip it for this video. And here my production garden. These are the celosia. I think most of them are from Florida. I mean, I like them, but some of them look pretty weird. Like look at this one. Like look at this. I don't understand.
Looks like a cat's paw.
I really don't understand. This one is kind of cute. Oh, I like this one a lot. Look. But that one is like so weird. See, this is the second flush of the feverfew. This is the second flush. You can see the stem is not that strong and not straight, but the first flush is like, oh my god, so prolific. See, anything that's cool flowers is better that you start now, because if you start, you start in fall for, you know, the flower in spring. If you start in spring for flower in fall, they're going to fall like this. Now, this is my zinnia garden. I think she would love this color. Now cut this zinnia queen. You know, it's almost the end of the season of the zinnia. They either get disease or they either look like turbs.
Powdery mildew.
Powdery mildew. How I say powdery mildew?
Powdery mildew.
Powdery mildew.
But it doesn't really affect the flowers, right? It just stays on the leaves.
Sometimes it goes to the flowers.
So we strip the leaves anyway, right?
Sometimes it goes to the flowers.
Oh yeah.
Look.
Okay, I see.
Come closer.
Yeah, I see it.
There's baby here too. There's baby. You see baby?
Yeah.
Too close. You're too close.
What is it?
Baby.
Spider? Oh, be careful.
Here the star flowers. I thought they, no, I planted here and they won't grow for some reason. And you know, all of a sudden they just go very, very fast and very, very tall. So this is my like wildlife garden in the middle of the production garden, just to support the wildlife. And here's my Dahlia row. กำฟรีนะ I think there's only 10 plants, but because I put a lot of compost on this spot, they are like crazy. And I dry a lot of this too. And you know, when I dry this, I observe that the color change a little bit, and if it's even more pretty when I dry it. Dahlia, and this flopped so bad. I make a mistake. I should have two, because I only have one, you know, layer. I should have two layers because these are too tall. So they flop so bad. But look at this. Are you kidding? And this is my little garden. So I tuck in the native flowers, snake root, goldenrod. Behind that we have the tent that Jason just built.
Crabapple.
And the crabapple. Oh, who's that? Who's that? Hello? Bye bye. Look at this jewel of opal. This is crazy. And they self-seed a lot, which is nice. When they still have flowers on it, it's not ready. So this is gonna flop if I cut it now. I should wait until, you know, there's no more flowers there. Snapdragon. This keep coming back. I already have too many pink. A lot of sedum autumn joy right here, and they're so pretty. Oops. And here's our pool. We still have the pool open because we don't want to look at the cover. Pinky Winky hydrangea. This is when they, like, you know, in fall, they turn to like dark pink, and the seed pod, you know, getting like a little green brown. In summer, it's like start from white, like the whole thing is like white, and then, you know, the pink start from the bottom and then like turn pink, pink, and pink, and pink, and in fall it just look like this. And in winter time, it's gonna dry to be like a brown, you know, flower head. And that gives like the winter interest to our garden. And here's our living area. You know that garden, the Four Season Gardens. I have a lot of tulips and a lot of perennials there. Now they're done blooming, and you know, about in late summer, I tuck in some on sale annuals here, and now it's giving the color to this garden, you know, when there's no other perennial flowers are blooming. And this side, you know, we had a hollyhock right here. Now they sending the new shoots for next summer. This is hummingbird favorite, lantana. This is my favorite, sun patient tropical rose. And this one I grow the first time, the sweet potato vine, dark foliage color, and it filled in this wall so nicely. Look, it gives the soft touch to this wall, to this garden. This is the David Austin rose, calming rose. I forget the name, but you know, it have the berries, and it looks so cute.
Rose hips.
Rose hips,
Rose hips.
rose hips,
Rose hips.
rose hip,
Mm-hmm.
like my hip.
Mm-hmm.
And look at that. So it's gonna turn orange. It's gonna look cute. These planters, you know, they just start to kick off. The Callias, variegated nasturtium, sweet alyssum, and this petunia. These are all like cheap plants, you know, it's annual plants, but when you put them together, you know, they just look nice on its own. You don't have to buy, you know, the special variety, expensive one. Jason is thinking about taking the ivy out. Why is that?
Just underneath that tree.
Just underneath this tree?
Just like a cut through here in the middle, and then maybe a cut through on the other side, or we might just take all the ivy out and do something in the middle and make this all lawn, just because this is a very tight path over here. My tractor just fits down this path. The bricks are getting all pushed up from the tree, and it's really the only way to access the backyard except going up around the pool. So I just feel like this is pretty, but it just kind of breaks the flow. I feel like we'd have better traffic flow if we open this up a little bit. So we're thinking about it.
And here our driveway and the front of the house. I have this porkweed that I can use for flower arrangement too. And this one is just blooming and producing berry. I don't know what it is, but it's grown so fast this year. I have the night bark right here. If someone tell you that, you know, deer don't eat night bark, that's not true for me, you know, because my deer eat all this. I probably have to transplant it to the back. You can see we have pumpkin already. Who's give that to you?
Customer of mine.
And this, my favorite. The foliage is so cute. The flowers are cute, and when they're done, they look like this. So in fall, you know, the whole plant gonna look like this, and I can still use this for my flower arrangement. This is my oak leaf hydrangeas that we planted 2 years ago. When we planted, it's just like this big, but I put a lot of I dig a very, very big hole. I put a lot of compost. I water it, like the first year I water it almost every week, you know.
Yeah, it's like literally, I thought it was gonna take like 10 years to fill in this space. It took less than 2 years, right?
Yeah, and it's already covered, you know, all the plants underneath it. Look at the seed head. You know, it's so pretty, like dry flowers on a live plant. And in winter time again, you know, it's gonna give such a wonderful winter interest here. This was a big tree and we cut it down because, you know, I forget. I think the storm hit it, right? And it's,
Yeah, a couple of these red buds got knocked over from wind, and
yeah. And
when-
Jason cut it down to the ground. And
now it's like a
now
bush.
they send like the side branches, you know, right from the ground. It's like, it's now become like a multiple trunk. And this is native in New Jersey and East Coast. So they, you know, support wildlife, and especially the deer keep eating the lower branches here. These are also native milkweed. This is good for monarch butterfly. You know, monarch butterfly only eat milk, I mean the caterpillar only eat milkweed. There's, what is this? Forget the name. But it's native too.
Is it a regular, is it a green spruce or?
Like fir. And here's our not choco ball, bumble gum,
Sweet gum.
sweet gum. Sweet gum. Look, like this. That's why we call sweet gum. That's why they call sweet gum because it's, send this sweet gum. It's native in New Jersey and I think in our area too. Support a lot of bird and wildlife and bee, And here we go, the end of this video, I think. So Jason can go back to work and I can go arrange the flowers. This is the newest garden, not the newest. We just renovate this garden and we plant, the cotton. And this fill in nicely. If you wanna see how I plant them, go back to the previous video. The marigold. The deer don't eat marigold because, it's smelly. The deer don't eat the silver leaf. Anything silver leaf, the deer don't eat it. And this one has like, very strong smell, scented geranium. The deer don't eat it either. And here's my roadside stand. And here's the lawn that Jason just saw the grass seed, in last month, right? 2 months ago, it's just like dirt. I can't believe we have our lawn back in just like 1 month or 2 months. Now it's just, you can't even tell, that 1.5 months ago, it's just dirt here.
Looks better than it did, right?
Yeah. All right, everyone, thank you so much for staying with us. How much time did we spend?
40 minutes.
Oh my God, 40 minutes. And I told Jason that I only need his help, just like 15 minutes, it's gonna be a quick tour.
You tricked me.
Yeah, but after I cut this video, it's gonna be about like 20 minutes. But I tricked it him.
We'll see, because I filmed it, so there might only be about 5 minutes worth of good video.
All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have any question, let me know in the comment. If you don't have any question, please click like. If you like me, also click like. And also if you have questions, put in the comment. I should stop talking. All right, bye-bye. I'm gonna make this flower arrangement for my local customers, special order tomorrow. And see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
When I see you, my heart starts racing, but I don't know if I like this chasing and playing and waiting around. It's a shame that my hands start shaking all of the time.